Share free latest NetApp NS0-184 exam dumps for your best preparation. 1. You are installing a new 6-node ONTAP 9.8 cluster. You have completed the initial configuration of the cluster interconnect switches and the ONTAP cluster. In this scenario, which feature should you enable? A. Cluster switch logging. B. Cluster switch health monitor. C. IPv6 on all cluster ports. D. Data center bridging protocol. Answer: B. 2. After adding 2 nodes to an FC-enabled cluster, the storage administrator wants to ensure that existing LUNs can use paths on the new nodes. What is required to complete this task? A. Use the storage port rescan command. B. Use the LUN mapping add reporting nodes command. C. Use the LUN bind create command. D. Rescan the bus on the hosts by using the rescan-chi-bus.sh script. Answer: A, B. 3. An administrator issued the cluster setup command and configured a 2-node ONTAP 9.8 cluster. In this scenario, which tool would the administrator use to validate the configuration? A. Active IQ Upgrade Advisor. B. Interoperability Matrix Tool. C. NetApp Docs. D. Active IQ Config Advisor. Answer: D. 4. You have completed a clustered data ONTAP installation for a new customer. You are now ready to hand off the system to the customer. Which 3 actions should you take at this stage in the installation process? Choose 3. A. Show the customer how to open a case with NetApp support. B. Demonstrate System Manager and its functionality. C. Tell the customer to call their sales representative if there are further questions. D. Tell the customer you are finished and then leave the site. E. Show the customer how to set up a support account. Answer: A. 5. You are preparing for the installation of a new ONTAP 9.8 cluster and need to get the pre-installation information from the customer. In this scenario, which NetApp tool would you use to create a configuration spreadsheet template for the deployment? A. Interoperability Matrix Tool. B. Config Builder. C. Active IQ Config Advisor. D. Active IQ Unified Manager. Answer: B. 6. In a 4-node cluster, what is function of the HA interconnect? Choose the best answer. A. It provides the ability to relocate the aggregate ownership. B. It provides the ability to synchronize the cluster configuration. C. It provides non-disruptive operations and fault tolerance. D. It provides the ability to migrate a data aggregate to any node in the cluster. Answer: A. 7. You are setting up a peer relationship between 2 ONTAP clusters. In this scenario, which 2 statements are true regarding authentication? A. Peering authentication status can be verified with the cluster peer show command. B. Peering authentication can be configured using LDAP users and groups. C. Peering authentication is required before enabling peering encryption. D. Peering authentication can use an ONTAP-generated passphrase. Answer: A, D. 8. A customer wants to enable Snap Mirror synchronous across their environment. The customer must ensure that Snap Mirror synchronous will work across the environment. In this scenario, which two statements are true? Choose two. A. A Snap Mirror license is required on both the source cluster and the destination cluster. B. A Snap Mirror synchronous license is required on both the source and destination clusters. C. A Snap Mirror license is not required on both the source cluster and the destination cluster. D. A Snap Mirror synchronous license is required on the source cluster. Answer: A, B. 9. You are adding new nodes to a 2-node switchless cluster. According to NetApp, what must you do before adding the nodes? A. You must configure cluster peering. B. Must install interconnect switches. C. You must configure vServer peering. D. You must enable a cluster hop. Answer: B. 10. You are planning to install a new clustered data ONTAP system for a customer. Which action should be performed before configuring the cluster network switches? A. Confirm IP address and configuration information for brocade switches before configuring the switches. B. Use the cluster network and management network compatibility matrix URL before configuring the switches. C. Use the inventory collect tool before configuring the switches. D. Download the fiber channel switches software before configuring the switches. Answer: B.